What haircut? Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Jake from TodaysiPhone.com, and here's the big news this week. Okay, so let's start off with the most popular topic of the moment, the iPad 3. As I'm sure you know, there have been a ton of iPad 3 rumors lately, and can't put a post together just detailing all of them. So, you know, we have the 1mm thicker body, we have the 2048 by 1536 display, which could be the Retina display. We have an A6 processor, a bigger battery, the same basic general aesthetic design, and, you know, a release date of somewhere in late February or the first half of March. So we've heard all this stuff before, and we've basically come to a point in the rumor cycle where it's not so much hearing new rumors and stuff, but hearing confirmations for old ones. Like, there won't be a totally different new leaked screen resolution, but there will be more images of the old leaked screen resolution, which lends further credence to the rumors. So I think at this point it's pretty safe to say that we have a fairly accurate general idea of what the iPad 3 is going to be like, and it's pretty good. Now, in regards to the camera on the iPad 3, we've known that the device is going to have a different, possibly higher resolution camera for quite some time now, and recently there's been reports that the iPad 3 has been spotted rocking the same 8-megapixel camera lens that the iPhone 4S has. That'd be cool and nice, but if it raises the price, I think it's totally unnecessary. People don't really use their iPads to take pictures that often. It's just inconvenient. So if it came down to it, I'd rather have the price stay lower as opposed to having a higher resolution camera with higher price tag. And the second bit of information we have is a picture of a supposed iPad 3 prototype or testing device or something with an A5X processor in it as opposed to an A6 processor. Now, obviously the iPad 3 will have an upgraded processor, and we've just been assuming it's the A6 processor, and the A5X processor, as Cam points out, it could be branded that way because it's a dual-core processor, and Apple might be wanting to hold off on the A6 moniker until they can release a quad-core processor. It's interesting. Of course, none of this is confirmed, so we don't really know for sure, but food for thought. Okay, and next I want to talk a little bit about accessory reviews, just because we have a lot of accessory reviews this week. We have a ton of cases and stuff. I'm just going to highlight 3, and the first one is the Belkin Live Action Camera Grip for the iPhone 4 and iPhone 4S. And this is a accessory and application combo. The app is free in the App Store. Now, this live action thing is basically just a shutter button, more like classic camera style, that you just clip onto your phone, and it works with the application. This is a cool concept, and a year or two ago I would have loved it, but considering the fact that you can use the volume button as a shutter button now on the iPhone, to pay extra for something that you already have doesn't really make sense to me. Not to mention the fact that the application, well, it sucks. The quality is not good. 3 out of 5 stars is the official Today's iPhone rating, and if you want to read more about it, link in the description down below. Next, we have the Signet Metallicus for the iPhone 4 and 4S. Now, this is a 2-piece aluminum case for the iPhone 4 and 4S, and it's really nice. It's very durable and sturdy, and I really like the idea of a aluminum case. The only downside I can see is that because the case is metal, it will affect your signal somewhat. But depending on your signal strength in your area and your level of paranoia about your phone, it may be worth it. The official TIP rating is 4 out of 5 stars, link in the description down below. And finally, we have the Sonoro Cubo dock. Now, this is a speaker for your iOS device. There's really not much to say about this. It's super cool looking and has awesome sound. Cam did a full video review as well as a full unboxing of the device. The link to both of those are, of course, in the description down below. And yeah, like I said, there are a ton of other accessory reviews on the site, so definitely go check those out as well. And we move on to a comparison between the iPhone 4S and the Droid Razr. Now, this comparison is sure to rouse the fanboys on both sides of the equation into action, but before you leave any hurtful comments below, you should definitely go check out the article. It's really interesting, it's super in-depth, and if you're on the fence about whether you want to go iOS or Android, this is a great comparison to check out. Okay, next, really quickly, I just want to tell you guys about the new Angry Birds coming out. I personally don't like Angry Birds at all. I don't understand why everybody loves it so much, but a lot of you do love it, so I just want to let you know that Angry Birds Space, which I'm assuming is just a space-themed Angry Birds with weird, like, gravity things, and, you know, it'll be a new game, but same concept, is coming out on March 22nd, so yay! And finally, OS X Mountain Lion, the next version of the Mac operating system, it was quietly previewed on Apple's site this week. It basically is taking a bunch of iPad's best features and throwing them on the Mac. So we got messages, we got notification center, we got game center, we got AirPlay, streaming, mirroring, so that's pretty cool. It should be coming out in the summer. You can check out the demo video now, and you can actually download a beta of the Messages for Mac app now for free. Overall, Mountain Lion is going to be cool. I'm not sure if I like the notification center and that sort of aspect on the Mac. I think that might thrive better on iOS devices, but we'll see. Okay, well that's all the big news for this week, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Before I go, I want to leave you with a question of the day, and actually today's question comes in two parts. So the question is it worth upgrading? Part 1, iPad 3, and Part 2, Mountain Lion. The iPad 3, we think we have a pretty good general idea of what the device is going to offer, and it does have some noticeable improvements, like the Retina display, the faster performance, and the upgraded camera, but overall this is more of an incremental upgrade as opposed to a totally new, revamped device. It's more like the jump between the iPhone 4 and the iPhone 4S than, say, the iPhone 3GS and the iPhone 4. So do you guys think that these new features are worth buying a new device for? Keep in mind that this device will not be subsidized by a carrier, so of course the cheapest you're going to be able to get is like $500. Wow, that light on my face is really weird. And as far as Mountain Lion is concerned, again, this is not a huge revolutionary upgrade. This is just Apple building on what they've already done and revolutionized. So again, it's probably not going to be more than 25 or 30 bucks, but do you think this is worth it? Are you going to upgrade from Snow Leopard or Lion or whatever you're running to Mountain Lion? Let me know in the comment section down below, and you can also let me know on Twitter at @TIP_Jake. I try to respond to everybody that tweets me, so if you have something to say, the best place to do it is there. And like I said 100 times throughout this video, the links to all of these stories I talked about are in the description down below, so definitely go check those out if you're interested. And for more news, views, and reviews, please remember to check out TodaysiPhone.com.